Ladies and gentlemen, I am KageKaze, and we're back with the Witch Doctor here in Diablo 3. We've made it to the ARREAT core. We're at level 32, and we're en route to deal with Azmodan. And I want to apologize immediately for the slowness of content lately. I know the Diablo 3 content has been slowing down quite a bit. But it's actually not the only content that's been slowing down a bit. Things have been a little rough around here, and so you definitely have my apologies for that. Real quick, I'll go ahead and go over. I did make one small change to the build. I'm using the Blob Bomb again, rather than the Spirit Barrage. Alright, so what's been going on? Why have things been kind of slow here on the channel? Well, yeah, well, there's been a few things. Ooh, wonderful. I think I better, get ready to deal with these. Okay, so I've been working on a few things to try and help out the channel a bit. Views obviously are a little low. It's not entirely about views, but it's also trying to find things that people want to see. The views have been helpful, of course, because there have been a few things that supplemental income has been helpful on. And part of that is construction that's been going on. There's a little bit of remodeling going on in the house. And this is why the majority of my content has been slowing down. You see, there was this wall between my room and the living room. And we're kind of moving that wall. And unfortunately, at this time, there is no wall. The original wall has been destroyed, and we're kind of in flux right now while we're waiting for the workers to finish the rest and get another wall up with a door so that the house is not just one big open area. See, as it is now, there's nothing between my room and the living room. So that means when the TV's on in the other room, the noise comes through very easily. And the microphone I have on this headset is very sensitive. It's a great headset, honestly. It's a Turtle Beach PX3. It's a wireless. It's been serving me well so far. And I think the microphone is very clear. It picks up, like I said, it picks up a lot. I end up having to use a noise filter on it because it does pick up any little background noise, such as the fan noise on my computer. But it's great. But the problem is the TV will come through at times, and it's hard to tell when it will and when it won't, because I can hear the TV fairly clearly in this room, and sometimes it comes through on the microphone. But there are other times where it doesn't come through, and I think it does. So yeah, without some kind of wall, without some kind of soundproofing, it's been very difficult because I don't want to really produce videos that have all this background noise. It's unprofessional, really. And now I know I'm not quite really professional level, but I do a lot of work on these videos. I take a lot of pride in what I put out. I don't like to put out something that I don't think is going to be good, and it doesn't help that I'm my own worst critic. Of course, that's not the only thing. There's been other things going on. I have worked on a lot of other games. I've got a lot of other games I've been wanting to play. Things that have come through for Humble Indie bundles, the Humble THQ bundle, and of course any Steam sales. There's another Steam sale going on now, so it's one of those things where I'm trying to balance out getting out stuff for the channel, and of course finishing this Diablo series, as well as doing some things for myself. So there's a tiny bit of selfishness in there. Ooh. We are already in Azmodan. I could have made this part of the last video.
Hardly breathe, and you stride on unbowed. What are you made of?
I am made of stronger stuff, my friend. Strong stuff.
Nephalem, fool. When the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the seven shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of all hells, the prime evil.
get one stack of, come on.
Arrogant Nephalem, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh. Enough! The dark power of hell will consume you.
There we go. Just avoid the black stuff, avoid the fireballs, and we're good. He's really not even... I was about to say he's really not even putting the... Oh, wow. That's what I get for not paying attention. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first death of the Witch Doctor. Good thing that was in hardcore. You'll have to forgive me. I honestly... That was my own fault. I was not exactly watching where that ball is coming from. It's been quite crazy around here, and you can probably tell there's a little bit of difference. You know, it's the holidays too. Yeah. It's a stressful time of year. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's snap back into the game. But that didn't happen. That didn't count. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. Honestly, that was a silly thing to die to. And I'll be honest, that's probably one of the few times I've ever died to Azmodan, especially to fireballs. Usually it's not the fireballs that gets me. Oh, wow. Okay. That one I thought I was out of the way of. Alright, come on. You're gonna get a wall of zombies underneath you. Oh, wow. Okay. Come on. There we go. He's finally putting some of that underneath me. Okay, so we're just going to avoid that for now. Oh dear. Come on, come on. I've lost my Gargantuan. One of the few times that he did not survive. So let's get back to Azmodan. He's... Oh. Okay, clear that out. Alright then. Of all the things to kill me, Azmodan, really, I feel bad. My play was bad and I feel bad. Oh, hey, hey, no, 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 no. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get out of that. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm glad I got the blob, blob, bomb. Blob. What? Say that 10 times fast. Because I don't think I could have done this with the barrage. Well, I could have, obviously, but... I don't think it would have been as... Oh, that's not good. Get out of there. Avoid the lasers, avoid all the fireballs, and we have him.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah. Trap Azmodan's essence within the Soul Stone. It's done!
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter. There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
Excellent. Alright, so my apologies again. Obviously, it's a little late here right now, and that's kind of one of the things I had to do. You can see the time there. Is due to the construction if I wanted to get this done, and I really do want to get this done. I honestly was hoping to get through this before the end of this year, especially with the news of the PvP patch looming. Of course, many of you already have heard by now that that got delayed. It was supposed to come out by the end of this year, and it's not quite ready yet. So, yeah.
An incredible victory. I knew Azmodan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Where are Adria, Nia, and Tyrion?
They are all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them.
Alright, so,
Azmodan is dead!
I did not get the last part of Templar's dialogue there with Tyrael here, so I'll have to do that. Alright, so let's see what we got here. 41, 28, 28. Ooh, 100. Alright, but no. Spirit stones, quivers we don't need. So it's definitely sad news indeed that the PvP patch has been delayed. I really have no idea when they might bring it out now. Or at least the blog has been delayed. Supposedly we're going to get the PvP blog sometime by the end of this year. But that is by no means a guarantee.
Thieves have their own studies.
Surely you jest.
Perhaps the world is not as simple as it seems from up there.
Up where?
Your ivory tower.
London. I love him. I really do. So yeah, PvP. Don't know what's going to happen there. I'm anticipating next year, and I don't really know what's causing the delay. They were going to put the blog up, and then Jay Wilson tweeted out that, no, we got to push that back. They're not going to have it ready. So it sounds like a lot of changes are happening there, and I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be more to this patch than PvP. They did say last time there was going to be, but they've been adding a lot of stuff to the game since they said that, including the whole Nephalem, Nephalem, well, not Nephalem Valor, but including the whole Infernal Machine and all that. So I don't know what else they're possibly going to add. It's, in a way, it's kind of exciting to think that, hey, there might be more that's going to be put into the game, but at the same time, it's also one of those things as well, did they already add it, and is it just going to be PvP? If it's going to be PvP, that's exciting too, though, because it's going to be kind of neat to see how people fight each other in that. Of course, I'm really wondering what they're going to do with all these Paragon levels and things like that in PvP. We'll just have to see. Here it comes. This will be the final reveal.
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself. And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel.
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me. I am the prime evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me. The utter destruction of the high heavens.
Funny, I always thought it would be a stairway.
Even in the heart of heaven, angels can still feel fear.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me, no matter what form you choose to wear. Let your true self be revealed. Diablo. War ends today. Imperius. Take one last look at your shining heaven, Imperius. For soon, nothing of it shall remain but my laughter.
Adria has betrayed us, and Leah's soul now lives in Imbuirowikura. From her body, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil, with all the powers of hell within him. The high heavens themselves tremble with his steps, and the angels can do nothing. Now hope lies with me. Only I can stop him.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Throughout this playthrough, even though a lot of people already knew this story, I've been kind of careful not to really say too much about what's going to happen. And this whole thing about Leah becoming Diablo, a lot of people really saw this coming even before the game came out. There were a lot of clues regarding that. A lot of things such as when you played the beta, they had the storyline of Prince Aiden, who took the soul of Diablo, and then there were clues from Adria's journal that she would follow him. And of course we all knew that Adria was Leah's mother. So of course a lot of clues got put in there. It's like, well, if Aiden became Diablo, then that must mean that Leah could become the next vessel for Diablo. And you know, it was kind of cool to see everything come together kind of as expected, although Adria's return and Adria's subsequent betrayal, depending upon, you know, how you read into things, could have been a surprise. For me it was. I didn't really look too much into it, so I really wasn't expecting that betrayal, especially considering how obvious Belial's betrayal was as Emperor Hakan. I really, you know, after they show you a very obvious betrayal, I really didn't look at Adria because hers was not entirely obvious. She was kind of a little rough on Leah, but I thought, okay, well, it's demonic energies we're dealing with, and so just completely, for me, didn't see that one coming. So I guess I missed the clues on that one.
This devastation defies all reason.
Indeed it does. So Diablo has made it through.
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephalem, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
I know how he feels, but we have to keep going.
But before we go,
Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
Explain.
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
The spirits believe that to be true. Adria left to find Diablo in Tristram, while Magda stayed with the Coven.
Of all people, I should have seen this coming. I allowed myself to believe this fiction that Adria was other than I suspected her to be. And now, the world is lost, and it is my fault.
Do not blame yourself. All of us were fooled. What we can do is to set things right.
alright, now before I actually continue on here, I missed part of Kormac's story here. I believe I did. So what I want to do is rewind this to the previous act, and then we'll come back here.
Tyrael, examine this page. Tell me what you see.
These are plans for angelic weapons that will fit human hands. Where did you find this?
This is a page torn from the sacred tomes of my blessed order. The light only knows what the others contain.
I see. It implies that my brethren seek to destroy this world, and that your order was created to stop them.
Is it true?
It was once, not anymore.
There is no darkness in you, Kormac. I cannot say the same for your order. What will you do?
There is much difference between what I want and what I must do. Together, you and I will finish our work here. I owe you that. But I tell you this, my faith is stronger than this betrayal. When we are done, I will return home and plunge my spear into the ground before the vault of the Order. I will meet their champions until they answer for their sins and their lies. I will have justice. I keep thinking of the traitor, John Doe. He had turned to evil, I have no doubt. But I wonder, would he have fallen as easily if the Order had not betrayed him? I knew he was troubled, but I said nothing. I saw his doubts, his weakness, and when he submitted to Magda, I thought my suspicions were confirmed. Perhaps Perhaps I could have saved him before it was too late.
His spirit is free now, my friend. He does not blame you, I am sure.
That is good to hear. Thank you.
Alright, now we're caught up with his story. Alright, so now we have another section here.
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you were primitive and dangerous savage. I was wrong. You are the most civilized person I have ever met.
Do not let others tell you who you are, my friend. Your spirit always speaks truth. Listen to it.
I will.
Interesting. I wonder if that's something he tells the witch doctor only, or if he would say that to anyone else. I can't see him really... I can see him saying that maybe to the barbarian, but the wizard or maybe the demon hunter, maybe not. That was a very interesting exchange. I will have to look into that with other characters.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
It was not because of you. This was Diablo's work. You did everything you could.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
You must not give in to doubt, Tyrion. You became one of us, and now you must live and fight as one of us. Give in to despair if you must, or come and fight with me.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced. We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The Prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
Adria is a true monster. She sacrificed her own daughter to resurrect Diablo.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
There is nothing worse than what was done to Leah, but we cannot mourn her now. Diablo must be stopped.
Now, he pretty much means that hope being silenced, quite literally, actually. Angels are interesting constructs.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephalem. I do not fear you, Nephalem. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
Oh, here we go. Having a wall of zombies for this encounter is quite nice. Being chased by a whole bunch of these shadows. It's not pleasant.
The armies of hell will trample your corpses.
There we go. Now I've got 5 stacks of my soul harvest here, doing more damage. Shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to clear a lot of these out now. Oh, Iskatu's desecrate there. Be very careful of it. Just grab a couple more stacks. There we go. Only 3 this time. That's okay. His shadows are leaving me plenty of health. Uh-oh. Come on, get away. Get another wall up. Wow.
Every moment I delay here, I draw closer to my ultimate victory.
I wasn't even directly attacking Iskatu a lot of that time. I'm surprised you went down so quickly. Alright.
The ancient texts describe the terror demons as unconquerable foes, the dreams of Diablo made flesh. They appear in shadow to torment their victims, and then, in shadow, they vanish. The mere sight of one drove a Horadrim to madness, leaving him screaming and clawing at his eyes until the end of his days.
Is there no end to this vile horde?
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephalem, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
Then my destiny is unknown. Write it with me, or watch all of creation burn around you.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Ariel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Rakanoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will find her, and hope will be restored to the heavens.
Keep your guard up. There are foes at every turn.
Vile crawlers are commonly spoken of among the peasantry in Honduras, most often invoked to scare unruly children into their beds. Fables hold that the crawlers are the half-formed demon spawn who hatched before their time. They resemble nothing more than a bloody, ravening mess, and possess a voracious appetite for human flesh.
No one has seen an armored destroyer since Diablo was exiled from the burning hell centuries ago. Before then, they were the bulk of his army, and they crawled, thick as locusts over the face of their master's realm. Should the Lord of Terror ever return, I fear they would be his heralds.
Indeed they are. Alright, looking good. Now, since we've gone through Kormac's story and we've, well, hold on, we got more lore.
Though the subjugators have always been powerful demon sorcerers, they constantly sought to increase their standing in the bloodthirsty realms of hell. To this end, they imprisoned a score of massive Azmodan, torturing and flaying them until the hell beasts would bear subjugators as riders. Together, the Mount and its master are nearly invincible.
Yeah, there's all sorts of nasty creatures here in Act 4. In fact, when it comes to acts that I dislike, this is one of them. Not because of the aesthetic. I actually think the aesthetic's pretty cool. The High Heavens look like they were a pretty nice place prior to all of this. And of course the corruption, there's plenty of corruption, there's hell gates and things like that to kind of set the tone, and honestly it all kind of plays together, it works out pretty nicely. But when it comes to enemies, oh my goodness, there is so much here that can kill you, and probably will. So, we've got Kormac's story, and we're approaching the end. And I'm going to tell you, one of the things I am looking forward to, for the next expansion, the one that we all know is going to be made, I would love to go to Kingsport. I would like to conclude Kormac and Lyndon's stories. Honestly, Kormac and Lyndon are two of my favorite characters. Lyndon is just, you know, he's a dashing debonair rogue, and I enjoy much of what he has to say. But he actually has a deeper story behind him, and of course I'll probably go into I'll go into either his or Rana's stories next when I go into the next difficulty level, but those two are the ones that interest me the most. Rana's got an interesting story behind her too, but it's a little more removed from something that's relatable. You know, since she's essentially been asleep for so long, but she did have an encounter, supposedly, with an angel as her mentor. So, there's that. I mean, that would be interesting to see, but I think that Lyndon and Kormac here would be the easiest stories to resolve in one expansion pack. It'd be nice to see what's in Kingsport. Now, considering that the Order has a tome for angelic weaponry, I think that honestly gives us a pretty good aesthetic for what could happen in the next expansion pack if we went to Kingsport. We could deal with Cormac's Order, and we could possibly see the advent of some angelic weaponry being used against us. I think that would be pretty cool. I see potential in that. Speaking of angelic weaponry, I have to admit it's kind of sad to see Imperius be beaten by Diablo so easily. However, you have to admit there's a reason for that. And that's Diablo having the power of all the prime evils, and prime and lesser. He is the prime evil at this point. The resurrection of the old dark god, as it were. Which is something a lot of people were saying they wanted to see before Diablo. You know, when Diablo 3 hadn't come out yet, people were like, well, that would be kind of cool to see all 7 evils fuse back into one and become the original Dark Lord. Unfortunately, I have to admit I don't know the lore enough to remember the name of that. So my apologies there. I haven't delved too deep into the backstories of the game. There's a lot there, really. A few novels I haven't read. But with all that power, the prime evils never could get into heaven. They would always end up fighting amongst themselves. They had come close.
It is likely that worse are yet to come.
Worse are indeed yet to come. I'm not looking forward to some of these fights. Alright.
Rakanoth, do not fail me, or your fate will be the same as Iskatu's and my brothers. You think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephalem, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
I'm honestly really hoping we get news of an expansion pack soon, to tell you the truth. I would like to see what else they can add to the game. Diablo 2 really hit its stride with Lord of Destruction. And, well, actually even after that, it took a little bit after that before a lot of the good, even better features came out. Things like Uber bosses and whatnot. But Lord of Destruction was the big thing. The expansion that made Diablo 2, I think, what everyone really remembers it to be. Oh dear. Oh, this might not be good. See, Rakanoth loves to teleport. Yeah, that. So that's 2 deaths. I've gone through this entire thing without dying, and now I've died twice. Rakanoth is not exactly fair, honestly, especially with, you know, we've got a higher monster power. I'm still only at 6. But Rakanoth can do that teleportation move and really get right on top of you. And a lot of times you can't see it coming. Yeah. I'm not sure what I can really do about that at this point. Alright. So... Alright. Oh dear. He's already killed me. Oh, I'm on cooldown. I'm on cooldown with potions. Not good. Just don't teleport on me. Oh, no! I could swear I hit the spirit walk right there, too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the mini deaths of Kage. I'm actually kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. I was hoping I could get through normal without dying. This is quite honestly a shame. A dark mark on this entire Witch Doctor series. I'm trying to think of what can I change to possibly make this work. Do I break down and reduce the monster power? Or do I find some way of making this work? Maybe getting a more defensive build. Get that. Oh, I missed the health globe. And the teleport again. Yeah, that is an instant kill, too. That's not good. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's get rid of the wall of zombies. Let's go defensive here, shall we? We are going to... Spirit Vessel we're going to keep. Jungle Fortitude, most definitely. And what I can do is do Bad Medicine. Because I do Poison with Acid Cloud, correct? Yes, I do. Is there anything else I might be able to do? Okay, let's put in Bad Medicine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few more pets and we're going to do Lifelink, so the zombie dogs will take 10% of the damage. Gargantuan, you keep what you've got, actually. You're fine. Actually having Spirit Walk, let's see, Soul Harvest. What can we do here? Well... Hex. And if he can't be turned, I can at least get healing. There we go. We have a defensive build, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try this. We're going to get this done. Hopefully you're not all too disappointed in the deaths that I've occurred. I've suffered. I thought I was doing so well up until this point. Alright, well... Alright, let's get him out there and see if he can turn him into a chicken. Apparently not. Oh, the dogs are already hurt. However, I didn't die that time. I did not die that time. I didn't go into the spirit vessel form. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, I need the dogs, or he'll kill me next time. Okay. Get the shaman out there. Oh no, the dogs are already dead. Oh! Wow! It doesn't matter if you keep moving, he will kill you. Wow, I'm not sure what to say about this now. I guess I'd have to farm for more gear to make this work on Monster Power 6. It's kind of sad though, because I think I could beat this act with Monster Power 6 without too much problem, aside from that instant teleport move.
Needs more time.
That move just kills me right away.
The library still stands. The endless knowledge of the angels has not been lost yet.
Well, we're going to try it one more time, and if this doesn't work, we're going to go back to an early Monster Power, and we're just going to take him out. As a matter of fact, I might just turn it off to get past him. I'm not sure on that yet. I kind of loathe to do that. I don't really want to make this too easy. Maybe just for him, and then go back. I don't know yet. I'm going to get my dogs back. Maybe if I stay close, would that do it? Alright, let's summon him, the Hex. Dogs are down. Basically trying to keep my distance while he's doing his move that puts out a bunch of projectiles. Oh jeez, he got me. I'm trying to keep the distance while he's doing the projectiles, but stay in close when he's not. Because I think that will stop him from teleporting, but it looks like I was kind of wrong. Wow, that was close. That was really close. Not much I can do when he kills me in that quickly. There's nothing I can do to avoid it. Herein lies where back to the discussion we had with difficulty with Diablo. How do you make Diablo hard? Well, that's one way. Killing you. Over and over and over again, killing you. Not exactly fair to hardcore characters, of course. Not exactly fair in the fact that you can't really do anything about it. I mean, all I can really do is load myself up on defensive abilities. And as you can see, that's really not even helping too much. Problem being, of course, that my zombie dogs can only come up so often. And I really don't think there's much else I can do at this point. Lifelink. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have much else that can be defensive, I don't think. Alright, one more time. One more time with 6, because that was close. Oh jeez, he's already killed the dogs again. Alright, stay relatively close. Gargantuans almost dead. Get some health. I think I might be okay this time. He's nearly dead. Just pouring on the damage this time. Oh jeez. Alright. Get the jinx up. Come on, come on, come on! Oh jeez. Oh my goodness. Whew. I did it.
My armies flow through the hell rifts. Heaven will be destroyed long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
In the beginning, Rakanoth served Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish, with efficient brutality, for his touch may open up many painful wounds. He was also the warden of Iswal during many long years that the angels suffered in Rakanoth's own plains of despair. But he has quit his realm unexpectedly in recent times.
Thank you, Nephalem. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
You are bound by the chains of fate no longer.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
It would be an honor, my lady.
Diablo nearly brought ruin to the heavens as despair bled into the angels' hearts. But now I have restored hope and rallied them. Tyrael is still lost in the devastation. Now alone, I must go to destroy Diablo's hell portals.
I knew you would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and mobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
My thanks, ARREAT. While I stand, your song shall never be silenced again.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephalem are the future.
Can you help Tyrael? I fear he is lost in his own doubts.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
The time to stop Diablo passes quickly. Tyrael may be needed very soon.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
Will you help us fight?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Do you believe we can defeat Diablo?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephalem. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephalem been as powerful as you? His name was Odysseus.
The spirits whisper of a man who sacrificed himself to save the world. But the spirits sometimes speak in riddles.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with ARREAT to spare mankind from annihilation.
Those of you who chose to save humanity chose wisely. And now I will repay that trust and defeat the prime evil. Can you see the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
So many paths. Which do you choose?
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
What does the Scroll of Fate say about this battle?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
I will not let it be so.
As I have said, Nephalem, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
As I said, angels are very interesting constructs. They are bound by certain sets of rules. His rules of being the only to observe, Tyrael to seek justice, things like that. He can see the pathways of the future and how everything intertwines together. Of course, what he cannot see is the future of the Nephalem, being neither angel nor demon, having the ability to choose freely.
But I will survive as long as you rise something.
So it's basically up to us to write the future. It's a very interesting story and morality to it, honestly, and you can kind of see its basis in kind of religious beliefs. I like it, to be honest with you. It's very interesting to think about. But I am no scholar of philosophy or religion, so therefore try not to touch on it too deeply. I'll save the discussion for those of you who wish to talk about it. Let's see what we've got here for items, though. This, you know, I never put a gem in my pants. Ha! Well, silly me. I meant to do that, and I completely forgot. Well, this one has less. No? More. More intelligence, so it's more damage. What am I going to lose? Nothing important. I'm going to lose a whole percentage of protection, though, and considering what just happened to me, I'm not sure I want to lose that protection. I think I'm going to keep what I've got, considering the damage is minor. However, look at this. We have a 35 DPS weapon that's going to do more damage, because it's got additional holy damage. It's also got 69 intelligence on it, and attack speed increase, and critical hit damage increase. So this is a really nice weapon. Plus I get some mana regen, so let's go ahead and put that on. That's very nice to see. Now, this one is tempting because it gives me some intelligence and vitality, but I do lose the bonus experience. So for now, I think I will not use that, and we will put something into my pants. I need my pants. Yes. Alright, there we go. And let's grab the gem out of that sword. Fantastic. That's going to end it here, I believe. This one has gone on quite long enough. Multiple deaths definitely made it go longer than I originally intended, so this one is going to be longer than usual. Hopefully, though, considering the long wait, I know it's probably, I believe it's been about a month. So my apologies there, you know, really on that one. I did not mean to slow this down so much. As you know, I've already let you know the reasons behind that, and so hopefully the construction here and whatnot will be over soon, and I can get back to recording more regularly and probably at better hours. I think my reaction time might have been just a tiny bit suffered, but we'll see. Anyway, hopefully this has been enjoyable and worth the wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm KageKaze, and this is the Witch Doctor. Next time, I believe we should be able to move up to the next mini-boss. I hesitate to say that we'll get all the way to Diablo, so we've got maybe 1 or 2 more to go. And I will work hard to get through it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.